Thank you. Lisa, can we have the roll, please?
Now, Mr. Cohen.
Here.
Mr. Vanderan.
Here.
Mr. Cooper.
Here. And we have a quorum for tonight's meeting. Old business, I see that variance application VA 25-036 is to remain tabled at this time.
That's correct.
Any other old business we need to look at or take care of?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Right into new business, variance application VA-25-040. Michaela.
The property is located at 8100 Hazelton Etna Road, and the applicant is requesting approval of variance from section 1295.09B1D of the code to allow for an increase in the maximum allowable sign area. This is an aerial map of the property. The church that's on the property is right here. Hazelton Etna Road is right here to the east, and Refugee Road is to the south. The property is 31.5 acres with access to Hazelton Etna Road via a 2-lane driveway. It is occupied by the Pataskala Church of the Nazarene, about 27,000 square feet, and an accessory building to the southwest, about 1,800 square feet. Also on the property is an asphalt parking lot, about 19,000 square feet, to the south of the church. The applicant is proposing to replace an existing pylon sign about setback about 42 square feet from Hazelton Etna Road. The main sign would be about 80 square feet in size, and a smaller sign below would be about 10 square feet in size. The total area of the sign would be about 90.89 square feet. The sign would be double-faced and internally illuminated with LED lights. It would be using the existing sign supports and cabinets of the existing sign that's on the property, painted black, and the total sign height from the ground to the top of the sign would be about 17 feet 10 inches. This is a rendering of what the sign would look like. This is what the sign has proposed, and this is the existing sign. Section 1295.09B1D states that church signs in the agricultural district cannot be more than 24 square feet. The existing sign, however, is non-conforming. And section 1295.11A1 also states that existing non-conforming signs can be replaced as long as the new sign is brought into conformance within 20% of the regulations. Thus, according to code, the sign can technically be 28.8 square feet. The proposal does not involve changing the location or size of the sign. The current sign is hard to read and has unclear identification for the church. The intention of this proposal is to improve the sign aesthetics. The existing sign structure has been reviewed and is in good condition, and the applicant is aware of the zoning restrictions but believes the proposal is appropriate considering the existing sign is currently non-conforming. A variance is requested from 1295.09B1D to allow for an increase in the maximum allowable sign area in the agricultural zoning district by 62 square feet or 215.6%. The percentage in red is a correction from your guys' staff report. According to code, the sign is allowed to be 28.8 square feet. The sign is proposed at 90.89 square feet to be internally illuminated and would use the existing sign support and cabinet setback 42 feet from Hamilton Road. Should a variance be approved, the applicant would need to obtain a sign permit from the Planning and Zoning Department before construction. Staff have no other comments, and no other department or agency comment. To the north, you have agricultural land occupied by a single-family home. To the east, you have Hazelton Crossing Plan Development District that's currently vacant. To the south, you have professional office land that's currently occupied by a medical office. And to the west is also agricultural land. These are the findings of fact located in your staff report. Should the board choose to approve the applicant's request, the following conditions may be considered. The applicant shall obtain all necessary permits from the city of Pataskala within 1 year of the date of approval. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions for staff?
So if it's non-conforming, they have to be within 20%.
Yeah, if the sign is currently non-conforming, the only way it can be replaced is if it is brought into conformance within 20% of code.
Plus or minus 20%.
No more than 20%.
No more than 20%,
Yeah, no more
right?
than 20%.
Okay.
Any other questions?
But it's already there.
Yeah.
It is existing.
Okay. Let's see. Is Mr. Goodwin available? You can step up and face Lisa, and we'll have you sworn in, please.
Oh, sorry.
Do you swear or testimony of the truth, the whole truth, and the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. And for the record, can I have your name and address, please?
David Goodwin, and my address is 193 Old Mill Lane, Pataskala, Ohio, 43062.
Thank you. So you've heard the report. You heard the statement from staff. Anything you would like to add or clarify or anything to it?
Yeah, I'm going to share just a little bit, and then I'm going to have Steven, who's from Brandon Signs, share any technical things about the signs. But I'll just say this, I moved to the area a year and 5 months ago to pastor this church. So I'm originally from Kansas City, moved here. My very first time of driving to the church with my wife for the interview, this was, a year and about 7 months ago. I had the church in my GPS map and, just had it down and was just speaking to me. So I knew it was coming up. As I was driving down 310, which is it's 50 miles per hour speed limit, the church is set back pretty far. The sign, this is probably the best clarity picture you could possibly get of the sign. But when you're driving 50 miles per hour, assuming you're going the speed limit, which you should. But at that point, when I was first driving in, I almost missed the turn going into it, even though I had the map talking to me. I looked at the area on Google Maps, so I had an idea of where it should be, but I almost missed the turn. And it's simply because you cannot read that sign to know what church it is, unless you already know the church exists there. But being new to the area, even though I was there to interview, I almost missed it. And one of the big issues is it's so far, the church building is so far set back, it's a long driveway. That sign is your identification, not miss it. Just a few things why I think it's important, not just for our church to have an identifiable sign as you're driving by, but also for the community. We're a polling center, and have been for a long time, and as long as they want us to be, we'll continue to be. We have a food pantry, the Storehouse Reviews food pantry that we serve. I should know these numbers, being the pastor, but I don't. But a significant number of people throughout the community come Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, and newer people coming into the community, needing to find our church. So we would have more identifiable, be able to see that our food pantry is there. We have a homeschool co-op, and we have a playground and shelter house that people just in the community. So all that to say, I think we're just wanting to be able to make our sign identifiable, and and I think it'll look better. It'll be right as you're coming to Pataskala, that's what you'll see. And so I think it'll improve aesthetics, and I think it'll be a benefit for the whole community. I'm going to turn it over to Steven for any other.
We got.
Do you swear or affirm that testimony about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Stephen Butzko, 112 West Cumberland Street, Hebron, Ohio, 43025.
Thank you.
Basically, kind of reiterate what David said. We're looking to do a refresh on the sign, not looking to change anything structurally. Overall size is going to stay the same, height's going to stay the same. How the sign aesthetically looks, that's what we're looking to improve. The design and everything has been in front of the city of Pataskala's zoning department. We worked with Jack to kind of get some details together. And the aspects of the sign will meet the current code with exception to the size and the height. That is the non-conforming portions. But just still looking to do a refresh, get it more aesthetically pleasing to the eye with the city growing the way it is and the area about to boom in the near future. The updates and love that this sign needs is beyond its time. So we're just looking to put an improvement to it, new faces, coat of fresh paint, new LEDs inside the sign, but nothing will change structurally. Size, height will stay the same. The sign will not move from its current location.
Any questions for Mr. Goodwin or Mr. Butzko?
No.
Thank you very much. And have a seat. I have one more speaker request for Mr. Probst.
No, I'm just here to support, so I'm good.
Okay, thank you very much. Any discussion?
No.
Let's cover findings and. All right, let's move straight to findings and facts. Finding for facts for variance application VA 25-040. A, whether the property in question will yield a reasonable return or if there can be a beneficial use of the property. And I would say yes to that.
Agree.
Whether the unique physical circumstances or conditions that prohibit the property being developed in strict conformity with the zoning regulations such that a variance is necessary to enable the reasonable use of the property. I would say that the unique physical condition would be the sign's already there and we're just kind of refacing it.
I can agree with that.
Yes? Whether the variance is requested is substantial, and 215% by our standards, I think, is substantial. So yes for C. D, whether the essential character of the neighborhood would be substantially altered or the adjoining properties would suffer a substantial detriment as a result of the variance. And I don't see how that would be affected.
You would not.
No for D. E, whether the variance, if granted, would substantially or permanently impair the appropriate use or development of adjacent properties. I don't think it would have any effect on any of properties. F, whether the variance, if granted, would be detrimental to the public welfare. And again, I don't see how that could be. Probably improve it because they can see where the church is actually at. G, whether the variance, if granted, would adversely affect the delivery of government services. And I would say no. H, whether the property owner purchased the subject property with the knowledge of the zoning restriction. I believe they testified that yes, they did know. Is that correct?
I didn't catch
I didn't catch that.
Yes. I thought-
Michaela says yes.
Michaela says yes. I, whether the property owner's predicament can be, I can't even read right, can be obviated through some other method other than variance. I don't think that in this case,
Can't.
no. Whether the variance if granted will represent the minimum variance that will afford relief and represent the least modification of the requirement at issue. I would say yes to that. And K, whether the spirit and intent behind the zoning requirement would be observed and substantial justice done by granting the variance. I think I'm okay with yes for that too. Okay, so I have yes for A, B, C, H, J, and K, and no for D, E, F, G, and I. Okay. Any further comments?
Not for me.
If not, can I get a motion, please?
I move to approve variance application VA 25-040 with the following conditions. The applicant shall obtain all necessary permits from the city of Pataskala within 1 year of the date of approval.
Thank you. And I have a second.
I second that.
Second. We have roll, please.
Mr. Van Buren,
Yes.
Mr. Cooper,
Yes.
Mr. Coleman.
Yes.
All right. Variance application VA 25-040 has been approved. Good luck with the new sign. You don't have to stick around, but if you want to, you can. So, All right, and I would like to make a motion to approve the findings and facts for variance application VA 25-040 as we just presented. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Lisa, can I get the roll?
Mr. Cooper?
Yes?
Mr. Vanderin?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman?
We're doing it the right way now? Or the wrong way?
That's the way we started doing it. So I'm just continuing on. All right. Via variance application VA 25-041. Jack.
Of course, so the applicant here is the Pizzuti Companies. We're looking at just under 14.5 acres zone PM plain manufacturing, requesting approval of variance from section 125305 C5A to allow for reduction of required rear yard setback from residential use. So if you look up here, this is the parcel in question, outlined in yellow. It's Etna Parkway over here on the west. Further south, you got Refugee Road down here. So again, the property is just under 14.5 acres, currently undeveloped, used for agriculture, with frontage on Etna Parkway to the west. The proposal is to construct a 255,000 square foot industrial building with associated site improvements. It's going to be set back from the front, 61.25 feet, 250.3 feet from the north side, 54.72 from the rear on the east side. And the exact dimension wasn't given on the south side, but it does exceed the minimum 50 setback line as shown on the plans, with parking on the south side of the structure. Pursuant to section 125305 C5A, Pataskala Code, buildings between 38 and 50 feet height within the PM plain manufacturing zoning district that abut a residential use or district shall meet one of the three listed options for setbacks and landscaping, ranging between 350 to 250 feet with mounding. So if you take a look up here, there's three options you can use per code. And it's basically the further the building gets away, the smaller the mounding can be. So for the building, you've got between 350 to 250 feet. For parking, you've got between 250 and 150 feet. And for mounding, you've got between 10 and 16 feet height. So here's just an illustrative example of what that first option would look like. So you have big setback, small mound, medium setback, medium-sized mound, and small setback, large mound. The adjacent parcel to the east is zoned plain manufacturing as well, but it's currently occupied by a residential use that's located about 1,000 feet to the south of the subject property. There were 4 exhibits included with the applications, options A, B, and C, which we just saw, as well as the proposed site plan for the variance request. Here you can see this is the property line here. That is where the adjacent residential use is located in red. And here's the proposed site plan, with the structure being a minimum of 50 feet from the east property line. So in the narrative statement that was submitted by the applicant, they said that they believe the variance is necessary, as without it, that there would be an excessive restriction of the developable area of the property. That was stated to be around 36%. They also believe that with the existing residential use being almost 1,000 feet away, will be an adequate separation between those uses. They also believe the character of the neighborhood would not be altered, as the existing adjacent PM uses to the south also have similar setbacks. As part of our review, staff would offer the following comments. Again, 125305 C5A states that when you're adjacent to a residential use parcel, setbacks are variable within 350 to 250 feet for buildings, 250 to 150 for parking, and the required mounting between 10 to 16 feet height. That's with the required, as well as having the required trees and plantings on top of that mound. The east rear yard abuts property with a residential use, so one of those options must be used. The applicant is requesting to reduce the minimum setback requirement to what would be required if the property to the east were occupied by a similar use to the PM district or just an agricultural use, which is 50 feet for structures, 25 feet for parking, with no mounting and landscaping. This is a requirement that is also on the north and south sides of that structure as they abut either a PM use or agricultural. So the requirements are variable, but the reduction will be between 85.7 to 80% for the setback, for the building setbacks, 90 to 83.33 for the parking, and 100% for the mounting and landscaping requirements. So if the adjacent property had no house on it, if they just have to use the 50-25 setbacks, that would be for the adjacent PM zone. Didn't receive any other comments from any other departments or agencies. Surrounding properties, they're all zoned plain manufacturing. except on the north side, you got agricultural uses. To the east, you have residential and agricultural. To the south, you have Thayer Power and Communications. On the west side, you have agricultural uses. And the findings of fact also further in your staff report. So should the board choose to approve the applicant's request, the following conditions may be considered. The applicant submit their planned manufacturing application to the city of Pataskala within 1 year from the date of approval. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those.
Thank you. Questions for staff?
Jack, so if there wasn't, if this wasn't a button up to a residential property, is the proposed plan in compliance?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yeah. So if there was not a house there, the minimum setback would be 50 feet from the structure.
And that's the proposal.
Yeah, correct.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Did we hear from that resident?
No, no.
We received
No
no
other.
other public comments.
Okay, and is there somebody here to speak on this application?
Sure.
Hello.
You do basically sit and be sworn in,
Do
please.
you swear to affirm the testimony about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
I do.
Thank you. And can I get your name and address for the record, please?
Sean McGorry, 95 East Gate Street, Columbus, Ohio, 43206.
Thank you. You've heard the report from staff. Do you have anything to add or clarify to it, or?
Not really. I think it was covered very well. I guess the only thing that I would add is just the fact that I think that residence that's 1,000 feet to the south there that was mentioned, those owners I know did take steps to rezone their property 2 p.m., which is, I'm assuming, why they didn't have any comments. And also, I just wanted to point out that the closest portion of the building that is to the south is where the employee parking and the office space would be. The dock side obviously faces south, so just more, I guess, just context that we don't think this is going to be disruptive at all to that residence. Otherwise, not much to add. I think it was covered.
Thank you. Any questions?
Good.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the time.
Any questions for?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other discussions? Makes sense.
If what he's saying it's true that the guy's rezoning it, then, which makes sense anyways. I mean, the whole area is going to be that way. So
Yeah,
I don't have
it's
any-
just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to findings and facts for variance application VA 25-041. A, whether the property in question will yield us a reasonable return, or if there can be a beneficial use of the property. Yes.
Yes.
Whether there is a unique physical circumstances or condition that prohibit the property being developed in strict conformity with the zoning regulation, such that a variance is necessary to enable the reasonable use of the property. I don't,
always need to know on that one, just the way it's worded.
yeah, I don't know
think
that
there is.
is on that one. I don't think there's anything unique. We could just, a little smaller building. C, whether the variance requested is substantial. 80,
I'd say yes.
I would say yes to that. Yeah. Whether the essential character of the neighborhood would be substantially altered, or the adjoining properties would suffer a substantial detriment as a result of the variance. I don't think so.
I agree.
Whether the variance, if granted, will substantially or permanently impair the appropriate use or development of adjacent property.
Would not.
I would think would not, yeah. F, if the variance, if granted, will be detrimental to public welfare. I just don't see how that would be. G, whether the variance, if granted, would adversely affect the delivery of government services. No to that. H, whether the property owner purchased the subject property with the knowledge of the zoning restrictions.
I'm going to say they did.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't testified, but, you know.
Right. Yeah, I would agree. I, whether the property owner's predicament can be obviated through some other method other than a variance. Let's say, I mean,
build
yes, they could build it smaller. It doesn't make sense to do that, but I could say that yes. J, whether the variance would, if granted, will represent the minimum variance that will afford relief and represent the least modification possible of the requirement at issue. Yeah, I would say yes to that. And K, whether the spirit and intent behind the zoning requirement would be observed and substantial justice done by granting the variance. I'm comfortable with yes there.
Agree.
All right, so we have A, or yes for A, C, H, I, J, and K. No for B, D, E, F, and G. And with that, can I get a motion?
Find the paper.
Uh-huh.
It's not on here.
It's not on here.
I got this. I move to approve variance application VA 25041 with the following condition. The applicant shall submit the plan manufacturing application to the city of Pataskala within 1 year of the date of approval.
Thank you. Motion, can I have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Can we get roll, please?
Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
Mr. Van Green,
Yes.
Mr. Cooper,
Yes. All right, variance application VA-25-041 has been approved. And good luck with the building of your structure. Thank you. You're welcome to stay, but you don't have to if you don't want to. It's a lot of fun stuff at the end here.
Appreciate you guys' time.
Thank you. All right, I would like to make a motion to approve the findings and facts of variance application VA-25-041 as just stated. Can I have a second? We have a second. Can I get roll, please?
Mr. Cooper,
Yes.
Mr. Coleman.
Yep.
Mr. Van Green,
Yes.
Variance application findings and facts for VA for variance application VA-25-041 have been approved. All right, next we should have the minutes from last month's meeting, and everybody should have received a copy of it. Any changes or additions to the minutes that anybody would like to make?
Not for me.
Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the November meeting?
You make a motion. You make a motion.
I make a motion. I will make a motion to approve the minutes from the November meeting.
And
That's what I said.
I will second it.
And you will second. Very good. Roll, please.
Mr. Van Green,
Yes.
Mr. Cooper,
Yes,
Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
the minutes from the November meeting have been approved. Any other business we need to be made aware of? Excellent. Then I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting until Tuesday, January 13th, 2026.
Second.
Second, can I have a roll, please?
Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
Mr. Cooper,
Yes,
Mr. Van Green.
Yes.
meeting is adjourned.
Are we